Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. One of the guys to watch tonight, Monte Ellis, such an explosive player at times, really dangerous when the fourth quarter rolls around, Shaq.
Yeah, Ellis, a.k.a. Baby AI, still has the speed to force defenders off of him. He's improved in the mid-range game also, but he can punish teams, especially if they disrespect him and give him space.
Well, the best thing that he can do is create for himself. That is a talent, to be able to get that many shots off at that clip, because consistently he can get off 4 or 5 shots in 5 possessions. That's impressive.
Is he going to be an all-star one of these days?
When his team wins and he has these numbers, he will be an all-star.
With the game about to start, we head to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
The Jazz look to take charge at Energy Solutions Arena here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And we're going to bring it to you live. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a good... Booker, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Rodney Hood comes in for Alec Burks. And it's Exum in for Burke. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Hill comes in for Lavoy Allen. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And Freak subbed in for Hill. And so in the game for the Pacers, Torres in at point guard. Turner is out there with Paul George. Then there's Solomon Hill, and it's Stuckey in at the 2 spot. Hood dishes to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Exum with it. He's picked up by Hill. Inside, deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
The Jazz making a switch here. Lyles checked in. Exum with a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists in the game. Pacers trail by 6. Here's Freak. 23 points for him the last game against New York.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
And he gets it to go. Stuckey's got his second basket. A minute 42 left to play in the first. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kev, Quinn Snyder gave me a few moments to catch up with him. He said that one of the players are keying in on defensively is Rodney Stuckey, adding he loves to use his size and his strength to play bully ball inside and get himself to the line. We've got to be physical with him without fouling. Guys, that'll take discipline. We'll see if they can strike the right balance on defense.
All right, Doris, thanks. Indiana's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And it's Freak missing.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
Hood can't get it to go.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
1:04 left here in the first quarter. Here's Torres. Misses the 3.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Nato covered by Torres. Rebound by Torres.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Utah leading by 6. Here's Exum. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Stuckey. And Hill has it in the corner. And a wide open look for Freak. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against New York.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Jazz out in front. They're up by 4. It's the NBA on 2K.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year, just get better, keep making strides. And
well, the desire is there inside. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Gobert. Trevor Booker comes in for Derek Favors. Rodney Hood's checked in for Alec Burks. And it's Exum in for Trey Burke. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Paul George comes in for C.J. Myers. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And Freak subbed in for George Hill. On the court for Indiana, Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Allen is out there with Turner. And it's Torres in at the point.
Well, look here at last year in the NBA, where the Jazz ranked 8th in rebounding, 10th in opponent shooting percentage. And they closed out the season in the top half of the NBA in second chance points, but they were hoping to do better in that area, just didn't quite get it done.
And I like how they held their own on the boards. I mean, that's so critical. They brought that effort and fortitude to battle every night, just never backing down.
The Pacers making a change here. Hill's checked in. Utah has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Down low, here's Lyles, and he gets it to go. Lyles got 5 points so far.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Here's Torres. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Utah shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. To the left wing. 1:35 left to play in the first half. And that is good. Hood's got his first 2 points of the night. The Pacers have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. And it's Freak missing. Utah leading. Exum with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. Booker. Shot is no good. Excellent D there from George. Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Here's Turner, and he banks in the layup.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Exum kicks to Booker. Nato. Defended by Torres. It's rebounded by Stuckey.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And it's Freak missing.
And you know what? Sometimes there's a reason why you're open. Maybe not the shot you should be taking.
And stolen by Freak. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Jazz trail by 3. Nato guarded by Torres. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. There's 14 seconds left here in the second. Nato guarded by Torres. Here's Lyles. Another miss by Utah. And the first half. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway. Utah Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Gobert. And it's Dante Exum in for Alec Burks. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. C.J. Miles comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And Freak subbed in for George Hill. Exum and Hayward filling at the 2 and the 3. Favors is out there with Booker. And it's Burke in at the 1. That's the group right now for Utah. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks was superb. He ended with 23 points, and did he ever have active hands on defense? Stealing, blocks, both were a part of his game that night. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that one.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time. Nice silky finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
And that's the beauty of the game right there. I hope we get the opportunity to see a few more of those.
To the paint. Booker the pass to Lyles.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Second free throw, no good.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Pass to Hill. In the corner, George with it. Feeds to Freak from the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And it's 8 points for Freak. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. There's the pick. Exum passes to Lyles. Here's Hood. He's guarded by Stuckey. 6 on the shot clock. The feed to Booker. Three-pointer, Hayward, and a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on Freak. And so it's Utah who scraped by with a win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering